I was really fortunate that when I started my graduate work, I was in an institution that was beginning to do some of the first investigations on the deep ocean vents. And it was really centered on understanding the role of bacteria, which are profoundly important in these environments. From there, we developed a bunch of new tools that enabled us to look at bacteria in a very different way, and these are genetic-based tools. And what evolved from that is that all of a sudden, as these tools developed and became very, very powerful and are still incredibly powerful, that we were able to then take it into other environments. My work as a molecular microbial ecologist, kind of using genetics to enable us to understand how the bacteria work in the environment and how they function and how they evolve in the environment. Those tools allowed us to move into a lot of different areas, and that includes working on the top of Mount Erebus in Antarctica, working in the dry valleys. The fundamental questions of how bacteria interact with the environment are the same, but we can work in these extreme environments to see how they're doing it at the extreme of their capability. That also enabled us to move into lake restoration work here, looking at cyanobacteria and how the cyanobacteria in our lakes are motivated, how they move, how they function. The beauty of Antarctica is that it is a very, very simple ecosystem. When you compare it to a paddock here in the Waikato, the paddock is incredibly complicated. And if we can understand using a simple system, we can then take what we learned there and we can move that knowledge into more productive areas or more complex areas. And that's a unique gift. The bacteria are not only functionally incredibly important in the ecosystem for every facet of what we do. These little guys are like microsensors. I mean, they've been on the planet for 3.5 billion years. They do everything way better than we do. And if we can tap into understanding how they function, all of a sudden we can use them as a resource for understanding how the planet is changing.